Ladies and gentlemen, people around the world, are you ready? Are you ready for Smoko with Maurieos, episode 13? Here's Maurieos. It's me, Maurieos. Hello, hello. Welcome. Hi, pie. Welcome to Smoko with Maurieos, episode 13. I hope you've all had a bloody marvellous day. So today, as you can see here, I've got this pie. And that's going to be my smoko. Now, pie is a bloody decent smoko. And then I've got here, just to follow up afterwards, some mini cinnamon dusted mini donuts. And of course, the cup of tea in our main sponsor here, Moz 42. From far north Queensland. Get over there and check out his channel. Bloody good enough to send us a cup for smoko. Pretty bloody good in my opinion. So today's pie is an Angus beef steak and rosemary pie. Now I chose this at the supermarket. Thinking that it was sort of microwavable, but no, it's not. So, well, let's get some sauce on this. I'm not sure. I don't know what happened. I think I might be the only liberal lashing of the old tomato sauce there. And let's see what this pie is. So this was an expensive pie. $5 for one of these beauties. The Angus beef steak and rosemary pie. From the Countdown supermarket, this one. Now, beef steak and rosemary. I'm going to taste a hint of rosemary there. I might have overwhelmed it a little bit with the tomato sauce, but right now this is a pie from the supermarket, so a little bit of preparation is required. And I bought this one thinking it was a, just pop it in the microwave sort of deal. But no, this is not, it definitely says on the back of this not to put it in the microwave. I'll read that in a minute. So, warning, delicious pie inside. So, yes, I thought it was just microwavable, but no, I've had it in the oven. I preheated the oven to 180 degrees C, and then it's been in the oven for 20 minutes because it says on the back here cooking. For the best results, use a conventional oven, remove all packaging, and place pie in a preheated oven at 180 degrees C for 20 minutes. We don't recommend a microwave as the pastry will lose its puff. Yes, it'll lose its puff. And remember, always blow on your pie. Safer communities together. Yes, always blow on your pie. There's a bit of a meme here in New Zealand from our police 10/7 program. Where a policeman recommended to some chap at 2 o'clock in the morning to always blow on his pie because they have been in the pie warmer. They tend to be thermonuclear. So you need to always blow on your pie. And I think policemen are pretty frequent pie eaters with the nature of their job. And so they would be in a good position to know. And then he added on to the statement, safer communities together, which was their slogan at the time. So the video went viral, I guess, and the meme as well. So there was t-shirts out with that on them and all sorts of things. So it's a very Kiwi thing. Always blow on the pie. Having a bit of difficulty with these supermarket pies. I can't seem to find my favourite pie, which is just the standard mince pie. I want to add the mince and cheese into it, which I'm not a favour of the mince and cheese pie, I have to say. I don't know. It's always been mince for me. Possibly because earlier on we didn't have the option. Now these supermarket pies, because they have to go into the oven, of course, they're best had on a plate, with all the packaging and stuff removed. So that's why I've got it on a plate here, and a bit of tomato sauce, of course. Now, this pie, it's okay. Not bad, but not spectacular. It's got no MSG, no palm oil, no preservatives, and no artificial flavours or colours. So, yeah, but it's, it's good. Made with our delicious sour cream pastry, slow cooked tender Angus beef steak with a hint of rosemary. So yeah, I've enjoyed it. Not spectacular. Still a little bit of puff in the pastry. But yeah, probably, yeah, probably won't be getting another one of those, to be honest. Or I may give them another try a bit later on. Yes, it's not a good, to base an opinion just on one pie. So I'll give them a, but it's not, yeah, not, I've had better. I've had a lot of better, but it's not, there's nothing wrong with it. I wouldn't not have it, but I've had better. Yeah, not too much to distinguish it, apart from the flavour. Not maybe slightly bigger, but at $5, maybe almost twice the price of like a standard Irvine's or Big Ben or something like that. Yeah, I wouldn't be doing that again. But yeah, you know, no regrets. But yeah, there we go. But anyway, that was it, the Angus beef steak. In terms of a smoko situation, there's not many smoko sheds that have an oven available to cook it in the recommended way, mostly a microwave. So from that point of view, probably more of one that you'd have at home, you know. Get a bit fancy, but yeah, there we go. Now here, next up is the sweet option, I guess. Something to follow up, and a bit of chit chat to share with the boys is just a little box of mini donuts there. They've even got a hole in the middle. Mini donuts, they're cinnamon dusted, from the supermarket, not fresh or warm, pretty average, but yeah, no, they give you a few carbs and things to keep you going through the day, I guess. So I don't think I'll be eating all of those, but you know, let's see what happens. They're definitely a bit dry and bland. Really, definitely need a cup of tea to wash them down. So, you know, you've got to introduce these things to the whole smoko thing. So, yes, once again, we're in my office. I'm recording on a Saturday today. I'd hope that would give me more time, but well, I had more time with my eyes closed this morning than I had anticipated, and so I'm ran out of options and time, and the weather has turned a little bit the weather, it's raining and damp outside. I had intended to mow lawns today, but I don't think that option became unavailable as I was driving home from the supermarket with the goods that you see here. So yeah, so hopefully by recording on Saturday night and releasing and publishing on Saturday night, that will give me more time on the Sunday to do class prep and less time pressure. I'm hoping, so we'll see how that goes. But, so slight change of schedule there. And unable to go outside, but still keen there. I've put a whole lot of various backgrounds in there. I was hoping to put photographs of some of my photographs and things, but I've been trying to send this week I've been trying to send a 6 gigabyte file to some people in New Plymouth, and it's too big to send by email. definitely too big there. And it's too large to put in the free drop box. But the next thing I could have done is to share it on Google, on my Google Drive. However, my Google Drive is full to capacity at 17 gigabytes. So I need to put it on there first and then share it. So I tried to release it by deleting all my photographs and things that were on there. But I think the big problem that I have with there is that my Gmail is what's filling it up. And yeah, I need to delete all my inbox and that from Gmail to free up some space. So it was happening just to show my Google my photos in the background there, but that didn't happen. So I've gone with a YouTube video of various backgrounds and things there, just on the screen, which well, we'll see how that goes. I'm not too sure about what the story is there. So that's what's happening there. So, how was the week? What happened? Any great sort of smoko stories? Well, there's always smoko stories. This week, a week without students, and this is the week that we have our, for lack of a better word, I guess, local exams. So these are not national exams, these are the ones set in Wintec. So we had one set of students just doing a test because they're on a year-long program, and then a few others doing bits and bobs. But yeah, mostly not too many students around. They come in for their tests and then they sort of leave with either a relieved look on their face or they just scurry out the back, I guess. But so there's been a few students around, and we've had some, and they're sort of a bit relaxed and not quite as time poor as they were, towards the last couple of weeks of term. So I've been, haven't had any sort of places that I've needed to be at particular times. Oh, I've got two donuts going at once there. So I'm on standby for invigilating, so I didn't put my name on any lists or anything, and so I said, if anyone can't make it, I'll be at work every day, between sort of 8:30 and 3:30 or so, and if someone can't make it, well, I can step in and help out. So I had one to invigilate on Monday or Tuesday, I'm not sure. Was it in the morning or the afternoon? I think it might have been yes, it was the afternoon. So yes, I did one invigilation. I have to say, I have great admiration for people that have to stand in one spot and observe stuff for lengthy periods of time. For me, invigilation, the majority of the task is trying to stay awake. If I sit down and just do nothing, I tend to my best use of that time is sleep, and so and my body knows this. So yes, very, very difficult there, but I managed to get through it, I think, pretty much. Couple of anxious moments, there, but 3.5 hours of invigilating exams. Not the most exciting thing to do, but anyway, we got it done. It's very quiet at work at the moment. Not a lot of students around. Although, not a lot of students around, but interesting, the car parks are full. That's a bit of a conundrum, especially the free car parks. Is full, but not that many students around, so don't know what's going on there. They're all coming in one car, one single car each, not carpooling, it would appear. So, yeah. And our school, I guess you could, well, our school is combined in a sense. So we have the tradies on the one hand and the engineers on the other, professional engineers, I guess they are. Well, I don't know, it's very hard to determine the difference between them, and it's quite light for everyone, but I do enjoy having smoko with the tradie guys. They have just a different way of doing things, and in fact the majority of the people in the smoko room are the tradie guys. Most of our engineering types seem to have their morning tea at their desk or somewhere else, I don't know. But so we have some intriguing conversations about all sorts of things. And a little bit of banter around jokes and things like that, a little bit of competition, I guess, as to who can come up with the best joke for the day. So we've had a few little crackers this week, but probably the best left in the smoko room, some of them. And then on Wednesday, was it Wednesday? I think it might have been Wednesday, or perhaps Thursday. It might have been Thursday. We had two very frosty days, very crisp, frosty day. And I think there must have been the Thursday. And somebody had put a cock and balls out in the and tramped it into the frosty glass, so that from our smoko room you could see this large phallic symbol pointing directly at us. I don't know whether that was intentional, but one of the students had got out there and done a little bit of artwork by shuffling around with their feet to create the symbol in the grass, which, quite good. So I managed to get a bit of a photo of that and turn that into a TikTok, which was, so far it's got about 800 views, but a bit of fun. I don't mind something like that, fairly harmless really. Caused a little bit of a smile, put a smile on some people's face, possibly a scowl on some others. So that was on the Tuesday, and the rest of the week went pretty much the same. I've just got marking and administration and things to do. Move on forward. This next week, the two topics that I teach this semester maths and land surveying each have an exam, a national exam, so they're in the second week. And yeah, students are gearing up for those. My land surveying exam is the last exam on the Friday, I think, the Friday morning. So, yeah, I'm hoping that my students are well prepared for it. But my feeling is that some students have not done sufficient preparation for the exam. Which is sort of clear from the amount of work that they've done and, yeah, some of the questions that they ask. But you can't, you know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Or so the saying goes. So, we'll just have to wait and see what the rates are like. And that's coming up this last week. Coming up next week. We also had an information evening or afternoon one point this week, and it's always interesting thing. You know, that's what prompted my earlier comment about the differentiation between the trades and engineering. So we offer engineering, you know, civil engineering. Well, a lot of people don't really know what that entails. You know, you tell them building bridges, but not many civil engineers build. You know, that's just a small part of it. We've got mechanical engineering, which most people think is fixing cars, but no, it's not. And then we have electrical engineering, which most people think is wiring houses, but no, our guys don't do that either. So we have a few people coming along to these information evenings asking about, you know, engineering or electrical engineering or that, and yeah, really they need to go on to the next guy next door with the trades, electricians. So defining these various places of the various, you know, what they actually are is quite difficult. Even thinking about it myself, you know, I'm not actually a civil engineer anyway. I'm a surveyor, so surveying's pretty easy. We just measure stuff, measure the world. But yeah, it's always interesting on the information evenings, and then the interplay between usually the student comes along. And quite often with parents, sometimes one, sometimes both. And that's always an interesting thing to observe, is quite often the parents do all the talking and the student actually does nothing or very little, just a passenger. Other times the students do the talking, and yeah, sometimes the parent seems to speak on their behalf and answer questions on their behalf as well, which is rather interesting. And given that the way that a number of students present themselves when they actually arrive for the courses in terms of what they think they're getting into, that's very interesting as well. I mean, essentially, the first semester for our engineering qualification is basically school subjects such as English, you know, sort of communication, maths and physics really. So quite important that you know stay strong in those subjects prior to and as at school. So we're coming up to 30 minutes and that's it. That's another Smoko with Maurio, episode 13. They are always unscripted. Today we had the Angus beef steak and rosemary pie and some mini donuts. So, you know, feel free to contact me with a proposal if you want to be involved with Smoko with Maurio. You're more than welcome. So it's, well, goodbye. Thanks for being here. You've all been bloody marvellous. Cheers. See you. Well, that's all, folks. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bloody marvellous.